Welcome back to Junie B.Jones, Aloha-ha-ha, as we read Chapter 4 today, Being a Sandwich. After we got to our plane gate, we waited and waited some more. Then at last a man said it was time for us to board the airplane. Board the airplane is the airport word for, what do you know, another dumb bunny line. Only good news, this time we were near the front. And so finally, we got to our seats. I get the window seat. I get the window seat, I called real loud. Then I ran there speedy quick, and I sat right down. There was a teensy little shade on the window. I pushed it up and pulled it down. It was a little bit stuckish. That's how come I kept pushing it up and pulling it and pushing it and pulling it until it loosened up. Pretty soon I tapped on my mother and daddy. Watch me, okay? Watch me work the window shade, I said. I took a big breath and started right in. Up and down and up and down and up and down, I said. I stopped and breathed again. Then I speeded up a little bit. Up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. And just then, Mother reached out her hand and she stopped my progress. Okay, good, fine. Excellent shade work. Thank you very much, she said. Then she buckled my seatbelt. I stretched out my legs as long as they would go. And guess what? They reached all the way to the seat in front of me. Whoa, my legs are as tall as a giant, I said. I flattened my feet against the seat, and I pushed and stretched some more. Then, all of a sudden, the lady in front of me popped up like a jumping jack, and she spun around real angry. Oh, look at her. Would ya please stop kicking my seat, she grouched. I don't like having my seat kicked. Mother, quick, took my legs down. Oh my, sorry, she said. It's our first plane trip. I looked at Mother very curious, but I wasn't even kicking her seat, I said. My legs were just being tall. The lady made a sound and she turned around again. After that, I stayed real still and I didn't move my muscles. Only wait a second. Hold the phone. Just then, I spotted the cutest thing I ever saw, and it's called, Hey, there's a little tray on the back of the grouchy lady's seat, and it's folded up real flat. I leaned up and opened it. Ha! What will they think of next, I said. I practiced folding it in and out. Watch me, Mother, watch me, Daddy, I said. I stood up tall to demonstrate. In and out, in and out, in and out, and bam! The grouchy lady popped up again. What in heaven's name are you doing now? She grouched. I did a go. I'm demonstrating my table tray. My tray table, I said. Mother's face looked embarrassed. She said she is sorry again. The lady did a snort and turned back around. Please, Junie B., said Mother, behave yourself. Do not touch that lady's seat one more time. I slumped way down in my seat. Then I reached into my backpack and I pulled out Philip, Johnny Bob, and I whispered in his softy ear, do not touch that seat right there, or the grouchy lady will snap your trunk off, I said. Philip raised his eyebrows. I can't touch it, he asked, not even with my little pinky toe? I thought for a second, well, okay, I guess you can touch it with your little pinky toe, but that's all I said. And so very careful, Philip reached out. He touched the lady's seat with his pinky toe, and ha! She didn't feel a thing. Me and Philip laughed and laughed at the funny joke. Then pretty soon he tapped on his chin, and he looked curious at me again. I wonder if there's a grouchy lady behind us too, he asked. I shrugged my shoulders. I don't know, Phil. Why don't we take a peek, I said. And so Philip, Johnny Bob, turned around, and he tried to peek through the seat crack, but he couldn't just get a good look. So finally, I had to lift him way up on the top of my seat, and I let him steer back there for a while. Only bad news, it didn't actually work out that good on account of we forgot that Philip's eyes are buttons, and buttons do not have good distance vision. He came back very glum. "Phooey," he said. "I couldn't see a thing. Now what?" I thought some more. Then, yay, a little light bulb went on in my head, and I quick reached my hand into my backpack, and again, I took out my hula girl Dolores. Phil, it's Dolores, it's Dolores," I said. "Dolores is skinny enough to fit through the seat space, see? Plus, her eyes are not even buttons." Philip smiled. "You are sharp as a tack, Junie B," he said. "I know it, Philip. I know I'm sharp as a tack. And so I will send Dolores on a spy mission to the seat behind us," I said. "Please stand by." After that, I picked up Dolores and I pushed her through the seat space, and I let her take a nice long peek. Only just then a little bit of trouble happened, and it's called I felt a tug on Dolores's head, and then whoosh, someone pulled her to the other side of the seat. I could not believe my eyeballs at the situation. Very quick, I got on my knees, and me and Philip looked over the top of my seat, and oh no, another grouchy lady was staring back at us. She was holding Dolores in her hand, and her face was not smiling. She did a frown at me. "You're a little bit old to be playing peekaboo, don't you think?" she grumped. I did another gulp. Yeah, only we weren't even playing peekaboo," I said. "We were on a spy mission," said Philip Johnny Bob. Just then Daddy stood up and said apology to the woman, and he got Dolores back for me. Then he sat me back in my seat, and he said, "If I do not behave myself, we will turn this plane right around, and we won't even go to Hawaii." I looked and looked at that man. This was a bluff, I think, and that I put Dolores away in my backpack, and me and Philip whispered to each other real secret. "I can't believe it, Phil," I said. "There's a grouchy old lady in front of us and a grouchy lady behind us." Philip did a sigh. "We're right in the middle of grouchy lady sandwich." We slumped down in our seat and we looked out the window. Then, whew, at last the pilot talked over the loudspeakers, and he said, "We are next in line for takeoff." Me and Philip hugged each other real happy. And then, yippee, the engines got very loud, and the plane started to move, and it went faster and faster and faster, and we went all the way up in the sky. It was just like a magic carpet, I tell you. There were puffy clouds wherever we looked. "This view takes my breathing away," I hollered into my mommy and daddy. Mother smiled. "Yes, it does," she said. "But you don't have to shout." I pointed at my ears. "Yeah, only there's airplane noise in my head, and so I can't actually hear my own voice," I explained. Mother picked up my backpack. "Well, let's try to find something quiet to do, okay?" "Okay," I said back. We looked through all the stuff I brought. Then, hooray, I spotted my brand new camera. "Wow, I almost forgot about that assignment," I said. "Today will be the first official picture for my photo journal." My eyes lit up. "Hey, I know. You could take a picture of me by the window, okay, Mother, okay? A picture of me by the window will be the perfect start." Mother put her fingers to her lips. "Shh, you're still talking too loudly. Junie B, everyone can hear you," she said. After that, she took out the camera and she started to aim. No, wait, hold it. "I didn't even get posed yet," I told her. I quick undid my seatbelt and leaned next to the window. "Get the clouds in the background, okay, Mother? Room 1 will love to see me way up high in the clouds." Philip Johnny Bob was still sitting on the seat. I reached over and picked him up. And get Philip too, okay? Just me and Philip and the crowds, and that's all, I said. Just then Philip tapped on me, and he whispered a funny secret. I started to laugh. Then I told the funny secret to my mother. Plus Philip says, don't get the grouchy ladies, 'cause their two grouch pots will ruin my whole entire photo journal. Mother's eyes got big and wide at me. Shh, Junie B, please, she said, very panicked. Then she tried to take the picture, but oh no. Both of those grouches sprang up as fast as springs, and their big grump heads got right in my picture. I covered my mouth real shocked. Mother covered her mouth real shocked. Then both of us kept our heads bent down until the grouches stopped staring. After they were gone, I looked at my mother. Me and my big fat mouth, I said in a whisper. Mother kept her head down, and she talked to me through her fingers. I couldn't have put it better myself, she said. After that, she gave me back my camera, and she said that maybe we would try again later after the dust settled. I did a sigh. Yeah, only I can't try again later, I said whiny, on account of I need to save the rest of the pictures for Hawaii. I slumped down very glum. Then I closed my eyes and I thought about the stupid dumb picture caption. Here it is. Day 1, grouchy ladies. I did a cringe. My photo journal was not off to a good start. Next, we'll read Chapter 5, Tight Fit.